I don't know what is freakier, the two spots growing on my face or the all-new Freaky Friday movie called Freakier Friday. What I do know is I've seen it, so let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another video, a brand new movie review. Today I'm talking all about Disney's latest sequel, Freakier Friday, which is in cinemas across the UK right now. Before we start talking about it, as always, a friendly reminder, these are just my thoughts. So don't let this dictate whether or not you go and see it. You might see it and feel totally differently to me. That's okay, because movies aren't made to cater for everyone. Without any further ado, let's start talking about this movie. I do actually want to say, this is a side note, maybe I'm geeking out, but I feel like every time I sit in this position, right, I've either got a really bad haircut, like I've styled my hair badly, or I've got a hat on because my hair it just looks bad, so I'm wearing a hat today. Don't know, I just geeked out. I picked different positions to sit in this room when I record movie reviews, and I'm always sat in this one with a hat on or bad hair. Anyway, that's a complete side note. That's not what you came here to watch. Let's talk about Freakier Friday. And do you know what? I've never actually seen Freaky Friday. Well, obviously I have, but I've never seen it before this movie came out. I saw it a couple of weeks before Freakier Friday came out. And I actually enjoyed Freaky Friday more than I thought I would. I think I gave it 5 out of 10 on Letterboxd, which is 2.5 out of 5 on the Letterboxd rankings. I always have to change it out of 10. I gave it slap bang in the middle, 5 out of 10 for the first Freaky Friday movie, and I wasn't too sure how I was going to enjoy it, but I did. I thought it was okay. I liked the fact that it was a short, fun, hip sort of film, and I think it did what it needed to do. Obviously, it's based on an original Freaky Friday movie which came out way before the first Disney Freakier Friday. Disney... Oh, there's so many names! The original Freaky Friday came out in 1980s, I believe. And then the first Disney Freaky Friday movie came out in 2002. That's the one that I watched. And yeah, I thought it was pretty good. But I didn't really see what they could do with a new movie, and I didn't really see the appeal of Freakier Friday. But it was Disney, and I wanted to go and see it, and I did, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was much better than I thought it was going to be. The vibe that Freakier Friday gave me was this sort of like Disney Channel 2010 sort of feel of a film, and I really, really enjoyed that. I was never a Disney Channel kid. We never had Disney Channel, but we did have Disney Channel at my grandparents'. So when I went to go with my grandparents, I would stick Disney Channel on all the time. That would be one of the channels that I would watch. And yeah, this Freakier Friday movie gave me feels of going to my grandparents, sticking on Disney Channel, and I really enjoyed it. It had loads of different styles of humour throughout this film. It had humour for young audiences, it had humour for older audiences, it had humour for those Gen Zers. Like it kind of catered for all. I thought the storyline was actually quite interesting. It was a very similar story to the first one in the sense that bodies get swapped. That was in itself gonna be expected because it is a Freaky Friday movie. But they played on it differently, and they did a different take on the first movie. It wasn't the same. Obviously, the story was very predictable. We knew where it was going to go. Having said that, though, it was unique, and it did take a unique twist on the original Freaky Friday movie, which I enjoyed, which I respected, and it was kind of Freaky Friday with a modern day yet a 2010 Disney Channel feel, which I just thought really worked. I thought it was really, really good. And I liked the fact that all of the original stars of the original movie came back for this film, and we were introduced to some new faces that I've never seen before in movies, which was, to me, really, really nice. I like seeing new people that I've not seen before, and then I start following, what else have they been in, and then start watching some of their other movies and other shows and things like that, and then seeing what they're going to be in the future, which is always really cool when I see films like this. I can't remember the guy's name. I don't know his real name or his name in this movie. Is it Chris? No, it's not Chris. It might be Chris. I don't know. But the main guy in this film, I really enjoyed his performance. I thought he was really fun, a fresh bit of energy for this film, which really worked. I thought the chemistry between all the actors really worked as well, because if there's not a great vibe between the actors, something feels off when you're watching the film. But I thought all of these characters and actors and actresses really gelled to make a really nice film, and I really, really enjoyed it. I think one of my biggest, not faults or complaints, but one of my biggest things and issues with this film is I think the timing and the pacing of this film is really all over the place. There's definitely a bunch of moments in this film where it's very dragged out. It feels like we're trying to fill time, and I don't really like films when they do that. The pacing's all over the place. At times I felt like we weren't going anywhere. It felt very static for a very long period of time. And then 20 minutes later, it felt like we've gone here, there and everywhere in the space of like 5 minutes. And I'm like, whoa, where are we going? What are we doing? So I do feel like that was a big issue for me. I wouldn't call it a problem, but it was an issue for me in terms of the film, because I felt like we were just all over the place. There was no sort of sense of security in the terms of, right, okay, it's a nicely paced film throughout the film. Some bits were really quick, some bits were really slow, some bits felt very, very dragged, and yeah, it was a bit all over the place. But other than that, this is a fun film. I think it has everything you expect from a Freaky Friday sequel from Disney. It has that Disney magic, that 2010s Disney Channel feel, and overall, a really solid sequel. I would argue is better than the original. That's my hot take. I don't know, maybe it's not a hot take. I do think this film is better than the original Freaky Friday movie. And if you want to check it out, it's in cinemas across the UK right now. And as always, before I wrap up this movie review, what do I rate it out of 10? Will it be joining my DVD collection? Well, I'm going to give this film a 7 out of 10. So yeah, a higher score than the original one, because yeah, like I say, I think it's better than the original Freaky Friday movie. Will it be joining my collection? Probably. It probably will. I don't own Freaky Friday. I wasn't going to buy Freaky Friday initially, but I am a completist. I want to have the complete set. So if I buy Freakier Friday, which I'm likely to, there's a chance I'll buy the original as well. But yes, I can see myself buying Freakier Friday, and the chances are, yes, it will be coming home with me on its pretty much initial release date on DVD here in the UK, hopefully later this year. So there you go, that's everything I've got to say on Freakier Friday, in cinemas across the UK right now. In the description below, as there always is the movie plot, a link to the movie trailer, as well as a link to my movie review playlist. Features every single movie review that I've ever done. More to come soon, including a movie review on a new Bambi movie that's just dropped in cinemas here across the UK. My movie review of The Bad Guys 2, long awaited, I know, it came out at the end of July, but I'm finally getting around to seeing it, so you'll hear my thoughts on that. And early thoughts on Sorry Baby, I'm catching an advanced screening of that very soon, so you'll hear my thoughts on that also very soon. Hopefully, I'll see you in one of those movie reviews in a bit. Thanks for watching.